So here you have this young up and coming producer named Digital Nas, who's produced for guys like Playboy Cardi, Lil Uzi. He's on this radio show where he's basically going into the understanding of how this world works and what it's truly galvanized by. And he says some really, really, impactful things. So let's just play the video here.
No,
That's
no.
what, bro. It's deep.
Because I can feel it
bro.
physically, mentally, like everything. Like my sleep schedule.
That's where
affects
frustration
everything.
comes from.
That's why people be mad. That's why people be angry, bro. They be out of alignment. They spirit be telling them, but they don't listen.
That's how it was. Like yelling, screaming at, like tweaking out, bro. Like at my girl, like, bro.
Yeah.
Real shit.
It's real shit, bro.
But then that also gives you a sense of empathy for other people, though, because when you get cussed out by somebody else, you got to know it's really not them.
It's not
it's
you.
them, but it's something going on with them.
Yeah.
So,
Y'all went deep on it. Honestly.
right. What's your, are you spiritual or you like you follow anything?
Yeah, I believe in God, bro. Like for sure. Like I'm a Christian, man. I got this cross on my neck. I got 2 crosses on my neck.
How you feel about the skate culture though? Because you know how crazy that is.
I feel like, I feel like that's my job to wake them up. Like I feel like I gotta wake them up because they be on that satanic shit.
Yes.
Right.
But if you look at the Thrasher's logo is the devil horn. With the
bro, it's not just skaters. It's the music industry. It's actors. It's everyone.
It's
bro.
everything.
Everyone is everyone, bro. They put all these niggas, bro. Look, like, bro, I hate talking about other rappers because then they be like, "No, why you fucking say that?" But it's like, bro, all these rappers, bro, is on that, bro. They promoting that shit, bro, because it literally you get worldly power. So when you promote evil things like that, you gain worldly power.
Oh.
Because it's of this earth. But God is above this earth. So it's no harm. You can't stop that's why you can't stop a dude who has God on his side. But a person who's worshiping Satan and giving Satan all the power, they will get worldly gains, bro. They will get rich, they will get fame, they will get all that. Bro, all these big brands are literally all these big brands are literal deities. They're called
deities.
Deities.
Yeah.
They're all deities.
System set up.
And Levi is a deity. That's why the Levi company is so big. They say, oh, if you give me your name, I will give you worldly. Like you put this name, it's like casting a spell. Like you cast a spell with all these names. Like the whole world it's so deep. The whole world is under a spell.
Well, it's like,
And the brother is very, 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 very insightful when it comes to his understanding on things. Some of the things he's a little clunky on when it comes to like, him saying that Levi is a deity. He's basically just going into the understanding that, it goes back to the pagan worship in regards to the deities, in regards to the idols, just like the goddess Nike, in regards to Egyptology and the Egyptian goddess, the goddess of victory, Nike or Nike. That's where it goes back to. So he was just basically going into how this world is truly galvanized by the works of Satan. And just, if you got the Most High on your side, then you're truly, on that right side and you're truly good. You feel what I'm saying? That's why, we protected by the Heavenly Father. We don't give a fuck about no COVID. We don't give a fuck about all the shit that people get worried about because they're worldly, they're carnal, they're into this system. They're not into the Heavenly Father. And that's okay because it's par for the course. It's written, it's prophesied. So we have to understand that, in these times, more and more truth is going to come to the forefront, which is why you have interviews where brothers are speaking like this, because the Most High is waking up his people slowly but surely, his remnant. You feel what I'm saying? And you see a brother like this who's saying, listen, man, at the end of the day, I know these people. I know Lil Uzi. I know Playboy Cardi. And they talk to me and they say, listen, you shouldn't be saying shit like this. But listen, I don't give a fuck because I believe in God. Even though that, he's wearing his chains and Christianity and all that, we know what that's truly about. But still, he's still on his journey. He's still on his search. And it's just a beautiful thing that you got people who's willing to say, yo, listen, this is what it is. And then you got these people sitting here, they kind of approach it from a simplistic viewpoint where they're like, oh, and they don't really get it as far as like what he's saying. They kind of like incredulous to what he's saying because he's more spiritual. He's more aligned with the spirit, or at least he's trying to be. But what he's saying is true. Like when you're into that satanic worship, or you sign that contract as far as the music industry or the entertainment industry, you get worldly gain, you get worldly power. But that shit don't really mean nothing. It's for nuts. Because at the end of the day, the Most High is gonna kill you and destruct you in these last days because you are unwilling to come back to him and follow his laws, statutes, and commandments. You know, the guy had asked why, in regards to why these people worship Satan, why they do what they do. And it's a double-edged sword when it comes to that, because at the end of the day, they do that, and we have to understand why we do what we do. We do what we do because we understand that this is conducive for us. They do what they do because it's conducive for them in the world. We do what we do because it's conducive for us in the spirit, in the afterworld. You feel what I'm saying? And not necessarily even in the afterworld, but when this shit destructs and there's a new world. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's what it is. So it's always going to be a good and a bad. You align yourself with the good if you want to make it. You align yourself with the bad if you want to be good in this plane of existence. That's what the fuck it's about. That's what it's truly about.